Hey gang, Yuvi here. Today we're going over the mag drill workaround, or what I like to call the poor man's mag drill. Now there's a real mag drill, the Hogan 150, and that made the lower hole, and then the poor man's mag drill made the hole in the top. Now it's really a mag drill workaround. I shouldn't call it a poor man's mag drill because it really doesn't involve a magnet at all. So let's get started by initiating those unfamiliar with mag drills with a little bit of sweet hole cutting with the Hogan 150. So the drill is held in place with the use of electromagnetism. So you need basically a steel surface for this to work. It uses these bits called annular bits, which gives you a very smooth, consistent, clean cut. Of course, in the field, you'd have a strap attached to the drill just in case you lose power. You don't want your drill to fall and hurt someone or break into pieces. So you can imagine how handy the mag drill comes when you've got a job where you need to put a large hole into some steel 15, 20 feet up from the ground, and all you have is a ladder. For most, this is a very expensive solution. So the mag drill workaround is a very affordable way to basically do the same thing. Not as smooth, not as fast, but it doesn't have to be a magnetic surface. You just have to be able to clamp to it or weld to it. A great low-tech solution or tool technology at a fraction of the cost of a mag drill. Starting point, you could stop right here and do what you need to do with very little modifications to this unit. This is something I brought several years ago for a project where I had to stand on a ladder and put holes in steel tubing 15 feet and 20 feet up in the air off of a ladder. So this is what I came up with to get that job done. Later I bought the mag drill just because you just can't beat the mag drill's ease of use. So you can see this unit functions the way it was designed. I just have the column turned around, and I had to cut off about an inch off of the base, about a half an inch to an inch off the base, so the travel would go beyond the lower surface of the stand base. But like I said, we're going to go all the way with this thing. I've pulled out some material that will be the new base. It's 3/8 inch thick material. So I'm going to mark it up and take it to my bandsaw for some bandsaw pouring. You want to be absolutely certain that there are no burrs or sharp edges. The travel in my system is achieved with the use of a rack and pinion gear. My column doesn't have gears cut from end to end. The gears stop about 2 inches from the bottom, which limits my travel. So I'm going to cut an inch off of the base, which will give me about 3/4 of an inch of travel below the surface of the base plate. The center to center measurement from the column to the drill bit is about 5.5 inches. I will position the center of the column 3 inches from the edge of the plate. Yada, yada, yada. Gotta thank Jody for turning me on to less square. Okay, so now we're getting into self-explanatory territory. So we'll just speed things up here. Okay, now that we're all welded up, I can tell that there's a little bit of distortion. I want this plate to be flat, so we're gonna straighten it out with a little oxyacetylene. It's critical that the base be flat, otherwise the drill will go out of alignment when the clamps are tightened onto the base. Alright, now it's time to assemble this bad boy. I must say I'm really pleased with this setup. I especially like how it stands on its own due to the extra weight in the base plate. I prefer to clamp this in position without the weight of the drill. You can imagine going up a ladder. This is why it's also important not to have any burrs. You don't want to accidentally cut yourself while handling this thing on a ladder. When my drill is attached to the base, then I can do a fine-tune adjustment. Center the drill over the punched mark in the metal. Alright, now we're ready to drill. We're drilling a 1/2 inch hole through 1/4 inch of mild steel. This operation took 3.5 minutes. So that's it. Gang, if you liked what you see here, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. You'll be notified when I put out my next video. I'm putting some links below for some of the items used for this project. Go check it out. Feel free to ask me any questions about the project if you have any in the comments below. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So everyone, I hope you guys have a good one, unless you guys have other plans. Peace.